featuring Professor Ken and Reek in The Lion's Den.
Truly the best of both worlds at covering life topics. My man Professor Ken and Reek in The Lion's Den. Peace 'em up. One.
Professor Ken.
Hey man, everything going on, man. The rent, the lights, the car, you name it. We gonna claim it.
Okay, so we're naming the topic of entanglement. You know, a lot of people think...
I got a better title.
Okay.
Let's call it Jada Is A Woman. Jada Smith is a woman. You know?
What was she before then?
Well, all women are women. You know what I'm saying? A woman ain't nothing but a man with a womb. That's why they call womb man.
Right.
But see, women have specific purpose on this planet. Women are not just here accidentally, you know, and everything has its polar opposite. If you look at a lion, you know, a lion got a mate, alligators got mates, tigers got mates, but the only difference between the animal kingdom or the human race is that we have certain attributes such as emotionalism, sensitivity. We have 5 senses. And the woman, she encompasses emotions. So a woman is more emotional. You know what I mean? She requires more attention. She requires delicacy. You know, when you got a little daughter, you know, she requires more attention than your sons because she have to be emotionally connected. That is one of the things that God gave her. He gave her emotions. And Jada is a woman. Jada has emotion. But there's another attribute of a woman. A woman, other specific duty is to produce children. Men are more so like depositories. Women are incubators. You know what I'm saying? They can hold the child. You know, they can produce the child.
Right.
But it takes a man to make a child. I heard Damon Dash, and no disrespect to Damon Dash, say that women is God because she create and she produced babies. Damon, I respect your opinion, but only way a man or a woman can ever be produced is through the lions or through the penis of a man. A man produced the seed. You know, the male seed carry both the Y and the X chromosome. You know, the female only carry the Y chromosome. So what did that mean? That means that it takes 2 chromosomes to produce a child. A man do not just send 1 seed, he sent over 1 billion sperms, but only 1 sperm make it to the ovum. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And create the fetus, and the fetus create the first and second trimester, which creates the child, the infant. So that is the duty of a woman. She's here to help the male to produce life, to procreate himself. The woman carries the child. She is an incubator. She holds the man's seed. But she's also emotional. She also has feelings. She also responds differently to things other than man or men.
Right.
So when you think about that, you got to understand, the more developed the woman is emotionally, the more sensitive the woman is emotionally, the more character the woman have emotionally, the more probability of producing a sound child. That's why doctors say women shouldn't smoke when they're pregnant, women shouldn't drink when they're pregnant, women shouldn't do any of these things. Because at that point, once the man deposits the baby into the woman, then the woman is responsible to have the proper emotional response in order to create a sound child. Because everything happened to the woman happened to the child. If the woman is on crack, the baby become a crack baby. If the woman is on heroin, the baby become a heroin baby. If the mother smoked, the smoke is the smoke that entered into the woman's system also entered into the system of the child.
Right.
So emotionally, she can cry. She can be more sensitive. She can act like what we call a punk. You know, she could be humble. She could be sweet. She could be docile. But in today's society, that's taboo for a man. So a man try to be more stable, have more stability. So when you allow your woman to be around a man and he tap into those emotions, he tap into that sensitivity, he give her that attention, he give her that love and respect that you don't give her, she become vulnerable. And that's what happened with Jada Smith. She's a woman. She has emotion. You know, the guy tapped into her emotions. Initially, he came for help. But really, who needed the help was Jada. Will wasn't handling his business. Will wasn't giving her enough attention. And they eventually had a sexual relationship. And that's why, you know, a lot of people get mad at brothers in the game when they say, you know, man, I don't allow my brother to get out of pocket, because one thing, the guy that's in tune with the female emotions and in tune with the female, he know her attributes. He know her weak points. He know where she become vulnerable at. So he try to so much play hockey. He try to block it before it even happen. And that's why a lot of guys that's in the game be like, you know, hey, you know what I mean, you fuck with me, you got to be in the pocket. Use my language, but I want to use language that people, your audience can understand. Right. Hey, look here, man, I don't want you looking at nobody. I don't want you to be talking to nobody. I don't want you on the phone with nobody. And I don't want you this, that, and the other, because a true boss or a true mastermind, a person who understands a woman, knows that one of her vulnerabilities is, you know what I'm saying, she's emotion. Right. She's emotional. So being that she's emotional, anybody who understands emotions can tap into her and cause her to fall short of being dedicated, of being short of being, you know, a good woman. So Will wasn't paying no attention to Jada. Will was not the same Will. You know, when you meet somebody in a relationship, you meet their representative. After a while, the relationship get old. You know, people stop being funny. People stop laughing at your jokes. You know what I mean? You know, the romance and, you know, all the, the kicking it and all that cease and desist. Yeah. And that's what caused the woman to break away from you emotionally. And once she break away from you emotionally, then, you know, anything that connection to that emotion, she latch on to that. And, you know, like I tell people all the time, you know, if your woman going to cheat on you, if your wife or your woman going to cheat on, the most probable place she's going to cheat at is either in church or at work. Why? Because she's around people that knows her, that has a reason to be nice to her, that does not have a physical connection with her, who wants a physical connection to her. He's going to be sweet. He's going to be nice. He's going to fill every void that you're not filling. And because she's emotional, she's going to fall victim to that. Now, some women have principles who, you know, there are some exceptions to the rules. There are some women who don't believe in cheating on their husbands. They don't believe in fornication, don't believe in adultery and none of these type of things. They have strong religious convictions. You know, some of them even created their own commandment. You know what I mean? I shall not, you know, cheat on my husband. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I should not mess with no other man than my own husband. That's the 11th commandment, you know, that some women have, you know, and create. So those women are exceptions. But the women that are not being taken care of emotionally, who work in close confines or in close quarters with other men, they are vulnerable. Women that go to church, you know, and the preacher is the teacher. Preacher is giving them all the wisdom, giving them all the understanding. The preacher is the one that's counseling them. I mean, it's a strong possibility if the preacher is not godly, that he might end up sleeping with your woman, or the deacon, or the assistant pastor, or the elder, or the bishop. You know, these are environments where emotional run rapidly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's easier for your wife or for your girlfriend to become more victimized or become a victim in those circumstances. In situations where, you allow your wife to be around another man, unattended, where you think that you got such a grip on your wife and you think your wife, your girlfriend's so in pocket to the point where, next thing you know, they slipping off and doing their thing. That's what happened with Jada Pinkett. She could have handled the situation, but emotionally she was destroyed. She called herself helping the guy and helping him because he said he was emotionally destroyed, but she was more emotionally destroyed. The money didn't help. The 22,000 square foot mansion didn't help. All the Bentleys and Rolls Royces didn't help. Who would think that a woman with that much money and power would step down to somebody below Will?
Right.
Not Will Smith, not the big time superstar, the $22 million man, to mess with somebody that's a nobody compared to Will Smith.
Right.
Emotions is important. Emotions is important. We have to understand that. We got to understand that ain't no relationship perfect. Ain't no husband perfect. Ain't no wife perfect. People going to make mistakes. People going to argue. They're going to fight. All these things is going to happen. But you cannot allow or your woman or your girlfriend to go and hang around another man and call it friendship. Just by mere or sheer relationship, they're going to grow fond of each other. They're going to start laughing at each other. They're going to start liking each other just because of the close proximity of each other. It's like a dog. If you feed the dog, you give him water, that dog, I don't care how mean that dog, it could be a junkyard dog, that dog gonna love you because you're feeding a need. If you feed a need of a woman, an emotional need, she's going to use that to her advantage, and she's going to take advantage of it, and you're going to take advantage of it, and next thing you know, y'all going to be in an entanglement that y'all don't even have no comprehension or no understanding what happened. Most relationships that happen like that, people could be there laying butt naked and say, how did we get here? How did we get here? Now we're here, we might as well stay. That's just like sin. Once you sin, I remember I used to go to church and my mama said, yeah, my babies is saved. We'd get saved on that Sunday. And then we'd go and do something crazy on Monday. So we say we fucked up on Monday. We might as well fuck up on Tuesday and Wednesday. We already sin. We're going to hell anyway. We might as well get all the sin we get in. So, once a person break that bond, a relationship or a marriage, they're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into that situation. Because now they feel like I done messed up already.
Right.
So I might as well go all the way. And I think that's what happened with Jada, because they had a 2-year relationship. That was extensive. 2 years? 2 years? And then the man's got to understand, too, women use their emotions against us. Like a man trying to argue with a woman, man, get out of here. You are not going to win. You're not going to win, man. You're going to eventually be like Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson put your dukes up.
Right.
You're going to put your dukes up. You're going to start fighting in a minute because she's going to wear you down. A man cannot emotionally compete with a woman.
Right.
So the emotions work both ways. She could destroy you emotionally. Most men that go through trauma with a woman who are abused is not abused physically, abused emotionally. The relationship wear them down emotionally because a woman can out-talk a man. She can out-think a man. And I know a lot of us say, man, I'm the greatest P of all time, man. I'm mashed like the Idaho potato. But by the time you get out that relationship, you spend a couple of years with a woman, I don't care how much of a pimp daddy you think you is, I guarantee you she's going to wear you down. Persistence, as we said in the other thing, wear down resistance.
Right.
And women also have another duty. It's a challenge. We go to the book of Genesis. The first chapter in the Bible is the fall of man. Why is it called the fall of man? Because the woman caused man to fail. The woman that you have given me have caused me to eat this forbidden fruit. Now I have knowledge of self. It was a woman that made man fail. That's the first chapter in the Bible. It's called literally the first book of the Bible is the fall of man. And the woman makes man fall. So man has a challenge. First of all, to be intelligent. He has a challenge to be wise. He has a challenge to be sophisticated. He has a challenge to set goals and strategies. And if he can't do that, then the woman's going to wear you down emotionally because she wants to be led. Women like to be led. And when you don't lead them emotionally, physically, psychologically, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? They end up venturing off, just like anything else that goes straight. And once they go straight, it's a wrap.com. Now, this is not in all circumstances. I'm not going to say all women are monolithic. You know what I'm saying? All women could be put in a box. But from my experience of just studying this situation, most women that get around other men other than their man generally end up having some type of relationship. Most women that deny that, no, we just friends. But it's going to be one day that you and him going to go out to that club. Y'all both going to have too much to drink. And you're going to be falling all in his arms. He's going to be holding you. And you're going to walk her up to her door. She's going to say, come on in. I got something to eat. Y'all going to start eating. The next thing you know, y'all going to be playing with each other's feet. And it's going to go from playing with each other's feet to whatever you eat. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, sparks in the 4th of July going to happen. And next thing you know, y'all have a big old explosion. And then you'll have the grand finale. And next thing you know, you're going to be feeling guilty. Like, man, I can't believe I just cheated with my best friend. Because that emotional proximity. Now, there are some exceptions. If a brother is gay, and he have a lady friend, I don't think most men that are truly gay would probably be interested in a woman. So I have known relationships with women had gay male friends where, they may have been able to express emotionalism or express emotional thoughts and emotional feelings with this guy. And, it never materialized or anything because he attracted to men. Right. Or, it may be some cases where, women are LBGT, they lesbians, and they might just don't like men. And, in that case, it probably won't even apply. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't make a difference. But she don't like men anyway. Right. But in cases where, specifically, where you allow your wife or your girlfriend to go and venture off into other relationships, that's a danger zone. So what I advise to most men and to women is that if you really love your husband, don't be hanging around your high school best friend if he's a male. Don't be hanging around your best friend at work. If you have a working relationship and it's platonic and it's a working relationship, keep it there. Because you cannot be around people, because one thing, a man's major problem is sex. That's a man's biggest problem, sex. And a lot of men, unlike women, we can't control our penis. And most women, like I said, before they even get to the sex part, unless they just a nympho or they just a sex maniac, they have to be almost manipulated emotionally first. You have to get to them emotionally before they just become physical with you. Most women. But men, all it takes is for you to be like, come on, I like you, Tommy, let's do it. And he ain't got no emotion. He gonna be like, man, all I want to do is get released. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which is a big difference. So, yeah, man, Jada is a woman. You know what I'm saying? Jada is a woman. That's the only thing I can say. You know what I mean? She had the same vulnerabilities of any other woman. She can fall short just like any other woman. She get upset, she can do the put your hands on the hip and snap your fingers and wave her head side to side like any other woman. She can get upset. She can become depressed. She can become lonely. She can feel rejected. She can feel like Will is not paying her enough attention. She can feel that Will has lost his way or Will doesn't care anymore, just like any other woman.
Let me add this to the conversation. I mean, we have so many people that tune into the Lions Den. What if Red Table Talks catches this on Facebook? What do you say if they say, "Hey, Professor Ken, why don't you come to the Red Table Talks and have a conversation since you spoke so eloquently about this particular topic?"
And I say, I'm on my way, but can I bring my book? The Art of Human Chess and the 48 Laws of Game, Apology. I would love to sit down with Jada Pickett, Will, the Smith, Will, or whatever they call themselves. Yeah, all of them. Let's do it, man. If they invite me, I'm a welcome guest. I would definitely come. But on a serious note, man, I just want all these women to understand, if they listening, try to stay out of platonic relationships. Try to not get too close to men that is not your husband, because it's not your fault. If you fall short and you end up liking that man, it's only because of your nature. You know what I'm saying? It's in your nature to gravitate towards something that's treating you the way you want to be treated. Women have different needs. Men have different needs. I always tell people, a woman that really loves a man, she's willing to carry that man's child. And a man that really loves a woman, once she has that child and she become, the baby fat is on her, he's not going to judge her, that, you gain all this weight, and you can get fat, because some of us get fat too. Mm-hmm. We be having a baby at the same time the woman have babies, but it's called baby back ribs. You know what I'm saying? Some of us guys, we need to go in the gym, man. I remember, man, when my people was pregnant, man, I was eating like a dog, man. I used to, man, my first son, man, I got so fat. Look, Kenny, man, I remember, man, I was like 260. You know what I'm saying? I was eating, man, everything. And my stomach was hanging way bigger than my woman's, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, I said, man, I gained a lot of weight, but I knew it was because of that baby. But it wasn't, I wasn't having a baby, I was having baby back ribs, So, I mean, yeah, we got to appreciate our women, we got to treat our women with respect. All of us are, we're a work in progress, I'm still trying to learn how to treat my woman, man. I'm trying to, learn how to respect her more, man. I have to sometimes check myself, because I could be mean, and I could let stuff that happened to me, like I could be mad at my wife, man, because what I'm saying, some stuff that happened with somebody else, and I'd be angry at her, and I go off, and I'm realizing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not good, because you get high blood pressure from that. You get stressed out. Mm-hmm. So I get upset too, man. But I'm just saying, all of us need to work. Because sometimes we make these women upset. You know what I mean? We cause these women to stray away. To go off and get into other relationships. Outside of our marriages and our relationships. So. One of the things, that can help that is that we got to train ourselves to become more emotional. See, God gave women 70% emotion and gave men 30% stability. Men have 30% emotion and women have 70% emotion. Men have 70% stability and women have 30% stability. So when you take her 70% emotion, you put it with your 30% emotion, it becomes 100% emotion. When you take your 70% stability with her 30% stability, it becomes 100% stability. And when you put the emotion and the stability together and you stick your hole in the pole, that's what produces self. You can recreate yourself through stability and emotions. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the main purpose. Everything have a purpose. I was listening to one great speaker. He said, even a roach and a rat have a purpose. We just don't know the purpose. Right. So we're going to kill it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but everything in creation has its purpose, you know. And in every woman, there's a little girl. In every man, there's a little boy. And every dog is a puppy. And every cat is a kitten. And every teddy bear is a cub, you know. And in every, you know, rat is a mice. You know, I mean, and so on and so forth. You get the point. Mm-hmm. So, you know, sometimes, you know, Dr. Eric Burns, I'm okay, you okay. Book called I'm okay, you okay. Cybernetics, excuse me, I get the word wrong. But cybernetics, y'all get it. Y'all know sometimes I can mess up a word in a minute. But anyway, Dr. Eric Burns, I'm okay, you okay. He talked about the child ego state. He talked about the adult ego state. And talk about the infant ego state, you know. So we are constantly vibrating in different emotional states. Child, adult, and it's one more. Child ego state, adult ego state, and
elderly.
No, it's a good book though, but it talks about the different ego states, you know, that we find ourselves in, you know, and you know, sometimes when we act like a child, that means we want to get closer to our mother, you know, when we trying to be administrative and we trying to be authoritarian, that's the adult, you know, and just different ego states that we find ourselves in, but you know, we want to always try to be in that adult ego state and try to, you know, be adults on both sides. But it's sad though, man, because Will, you know, he looked it really sad. You know, they was, I mean, it's like, you know, we had Bill Cosby, the Huxtables, you know, and that was a good look for the African American community. We thought that, okay, here's a family where a doctor, an educated African American woman, and college going kids, and you know, it was a good look. And then, you know, we thought that Will and Jada kind of replaced that. You know, we thought that they had a beautiful relationship, and then to see them talk about what they talked about on TV, man, it was just so sad, man. I was so disappointed, you know, because the African American family is already struggling. You know what I mean? We have, you know, disproportionate a number of black males in prison, you know, African American males in prison. We have a lot of single women out here, you know, single parenting, you know, single mothers, you know, who have to raise young men. And they all have to see that. You know, we already at a deficit, you know what I'm saying? We already, you know, been through all type of, you know, racism and Jim Crowism and slaveryism and all kind of isms and schisms, you know. So, you know, we need for Will and Jada to win. You know, we need any African American family to win. We need that. We need that desperately, man. We need our women and our men to get along. I know it's hard. I'm telling you, man, you know, I've been in a relationship for years, man, and it's a roller coaster. 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down. You can be smiling 1 minute, next minute y'all throwing knives and shooting at each other, all kind of stuff, man. Relationships are tricky. You know, you can be, you know, having the best sex in the world. You know, y'all can become estranged. Y'all can separate and go each other way. And it's easy when you're separate, you know, to fall into something else, you know, and get involved in something else and cause the relationship to be totally strained. I can't see how they're going to repair that. I can't see how Will can really, in his heart, say, you know, this woman then put another man Johnson in her mouth and another man Johnson in her vagina, and, you know, who knows what else they done did, you know, because, you know, sneaky people do freaky things, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, when you breaking the law, you know, you get all the way down, you know what I mean? It ain't just, I mean, you know, you can do something with your wife or your girlfriend, but when you really being sneaky and you call yourself doing this and another, hey man, it could be really, really intense. So we don't know what the heck that went on, you know, with them. But It's sad, man, because I really thought they had a good relationship. I was so jealous of their relationship. I was like, man, I wish I had a relationship like that. You know, I mean, they rich, you know, they happy, and come to find out, they in the same predicament I'm in. You know, they go through the same things I go through, but if I catch my woman cheating on me, man, you know, I ain't gonna be sitting down at no wrong table. I'll be sitting down at the visiting table. You gonna be visiting me, we have to be interviewing the penitentiary, man. You gonna be like, man, kid, what is visiting day? You know, I ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you know, and that's not true. You know, I was just being funny, but you know, if two people can't get along, it's probably time to move along. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get out the relationship, you know, because, you know, that could be the problem too. You know, people grow out of each other. You know, just that two people got to come to the conclusion that, look, we both done grown, we done grown separately. You go your separate way, I go my separate way, and there should be no love lost, you know. But it's hard, you know, because sometimes when you have a relationship and you got money tied, and, you know, businesses and, you know, other things, reputation and ego, it's hard to let go, you know. But, man, it was embarrassing, man. I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't want to see them sit down on national TV as an African-American family, you know, exposing themselves in that nature. It was just not good for the African-American community. All that we're going through, we killing each other at wholesale numbers, you know what I'm saying? We're going to prison at wholesale numbers. We're selling drugs to our uncles, our mamas, and our daddies, you know, not all of us, but some of us, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're already being depicted, you know, as the worst people on the planet, you know what I mean? We're getting brutalized by the police force, you know. They putting their feet on our neck. They beating us while we got handcuffs on. They beating us while we in the bullpen, whatever they call it. You know, they giving us false charges. They planting drugs on us. You know, they giving us, you know, life and death penalty, and we come to find out 10, 20 years later that we're not the ones who committed the crime. You know, we got so much baggage in the African-American community.
This is my book, The Art of Human Chess. It's a bestseller, New York best time seller. And this book here sold millions, sold all over the world, all throughout the prison system. This is the book, The 48 Laws of Game, PHARAOHS. Make sure you get these books. If you don't want to buy the hardcover, if you don't want to buy the paperback, then the best thing to do is go to iTunes on your cell phone and type in my name, Pippin Ken, and I guarantee you the book will pop up. If that don't work, go to audible.com, type in my name. If that don't work, go to amazon.com, type in my name. Anywhere books are sold all over the country, you can get my books. These are my bestseller books. You hear people talk about them all the time on Instagram, on Snapchat. These are definitely some good reads. Please get my book. I guarantee you that you will never be the same. Your life will be impacted, and also your life will be enhanced just by getting these two books, The Art of Human Chess and The 48 Laws of Game. Just like the 48 Laws of Power, just like The Art of War.
Too cool to count 24/7.